Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Through the Years, and this time I'm actually doing something different in recording. So if I am desynced, that's why. I found a way to incorporate my external camera right into my footage recording so that I don't have to manually sync, and hopefully it won't any longer desync either. So in today's episode we have to go into my badges for a quick moment here, which you can't see the count of badges in there, that's right. It's been a while since I last recorded anything, so I do believe that I've got the overlay up now. Obviously it's going to be the overlay for the start of the episode, so anything that happens like in the overlay as you are watching this I can't see, because that's still something I have to do in editing. And the whole preview is like a second and a half behind to like delay and stuff, and everything should be synced up. But I can see that I still need to beat Brock, Giovanni, and Blaine. Not Giovanni, it's Blue. So I guess that means we have to go to Vermilion, and from there we can take out the Snorlax. And from there we can potentially go... Maybe we can go through the Seafoam Islands. Maybe we can. But I don't really want to do that. So let's use Forks to fly. I'm also going to try to do... I can go to the Indigo Plateau. Obviously, yeah, because we've already done the Elite Four. I'm going to try to do those 3 gyms in today's episode. Meaning that, yes, I'm not going to actually do any grinding. I already did that. I'm not going to do any grinding for Blue's gym. So Blue's gym is potentially going to be more of a challenge than Red, which we're going to do next episode. Let's see. We have the Poké Gear. Shouldn't we also have like a radio? It's not like the snoring peacefully. I'm sure we got a radio card installed, didn't we? For fuck's sake. We didn't. Also, I'd have like no phone numbers. How is that possible? I guess we're flying back to Lavender Town? Maybe? If I can't find what I'm supposed to do quickly, I'm just going to Google it, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I'm fairly certain that we talked to this dude and he gave us the expansion card, right? Hey there, I'm the super music director. I'm responsible for the gorgeous melodies that you hear all over the air. Don't be square, grab your music off the air. With that thing you can tune into the radio programs here in Kanto. Isn't that supposed to be in the Poké Gear though? Like, seriously. Where else is it? Is it in my key items? It can't be in my key items, can it? Surely it's no. Yeah, we're gonna Google this. Be right back. Turns out, the expansion card only works if you've got the default radio card, which we never got. So, we're going to have to fly all the way back to Goldenrod, which is a bit of a pain. Can we take the Azazan? Can we take the Azazan? That would be grand if we could. Because that would put us not in Goldenrod, but it would put us in Johto. So at that point I can just fly back to Goldenrod. Otherwise I have to fly to the Indigo Plateau and from there walk all the way back to the Kanto and Johto the cave, the Tojo Falls, I think they're called. Is that right? Tojo? Something like that anyway. The fast ship will sit... Oh, it only sails on Sundays. Fuck. Okay, so I guess we're going to go to Indigo Plateau and try to get out of here with this B button real quickly. Yeah, I'm going to cut ahead until we're in Goldenrod, because no way in hell that I'm doing this all on screen. It's just waste of valuable time. Something I should have done a while ago. But honestly, it's really easy to miss that. It's really easy to miss getting the radio card. Also, can you please fuck off with your random encounters? You're all like no issue for me whatsoever. So now we're back in Goldenrod City. Somewhere in the radio tower, apparently there is a girl that gives us a quiz. And if we make it through that quiz, is it you? It's not you. It's definitely you then. We have a special quiz campaign on right now. So we need to answer 5 questions correctly to win our radio card. And then I think automatically, because we have the other one installed already or gotten the other one already, we'll already have the Johto one and the Kanto one. And getting back to Kanto is a lot easier because I can just fly to Nuzlocke Town and like 3 tiles to the right, fly to Indigo Plateau, from there fly to Vermilion City. It's a little bit of a bothersome way to get back, but it's the quickest way, I think. Maybe we can take the train by now. I don't know where the train will put us though. That, like, honestly don't know where it will put us, because is a train even a thing in Pokemon Crystal? Is that a Hard Gold Soul Silver thing? I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a moment. Would you like to take the quiz? I very much would. Question 1. Is there a Pokemon that appears only in the morning? I'm going to assume yeah, because that's the whole gimmick in Gen 2. Question 2. Is this statement correct? You can't buy a berry at the mart. Yeah, you can't buy those. Does HM01 contain Move Flesh? No, it does not. That contains Cup. Question 4. Is Faulkner the Violet City gym leader who uses bird Pokemon? Is it Violet City? I'm going to say yes. Okay, the final question is, do the Goldenrod Game Corner slots have Charmander on their wheels? I have no fucking clue. I'm going to say no. That's real random. Okay, so now I have the radio card and we can go wake up that Snorlax. To show you how easy it is to get back to Kanto from Johto rather than the other way around. Once you unlock the little pathway in the Indigo Plateau, it becomes a lot easier, I think. Because you can go Indigo Plateau into Mount Silver, which is in Johto. But we can't go there yet because you need 16 badges for that. But this, we go to Nuzlocke Town. We enter the water here. We go literally like, this should be far enough. And now we are in Kanto and we can go back to Vermilion City. That's how easy it is. I didn't even need to cut for that. Okay, so now let's go take on that Snorlax, which is actually an encounter we can capture, I just realized. So do I have enough Pokeballs? I most certainly do not. I mean, I've got Great Balls, I suppose, but I'd like some Ultra Balls. Yeah, we've got plenty of money. Let's like get 15 Ultra Balls. It should be good enough. And I mean, we're all like 10 minutes into the recording, 5 minutes of which is probably going to get cut out for me going back to Johto, but still, we should make a little bit more haste here. Can I, for the love of God? How does this even work? Oh. Just like keep going up until I get a frequency somewhere. Oh, there we go. Places and people. Not what I want. That's not what I want either. The Pokeflute. There we go. Now when I talk to him... Oh, talk to him? You can't really talk to a Snorlax, can you? Snorlax woke up and Snorlax is going to turn into, I think he's level 50. So it might actually be a useful Porygon 2. We already have a Flog. It is level 50 though. So I guess it's free experience. We can Dragon Breath you probably to death in like 2 hits. But as I was saying before, we are fairly underleveled for Blue's team. Because as you can see, even against this Porygon 2, which is only 1 level higher than Forks, which is a legendary Pokemon, which just got frozen, so we're going to switch him the fuck out. We're not doing a lot of damage, necessarily. Let's go into TM. And Blue's entire gym is going to be level 55 to level 58, I think. So that means that we're on average like about 13 levels underleveled at the moment. Granted, we still do have to take out 2 gyms before that. But those gyms won't have a lot of Pokemon in them. I think both of those gyms actually have no trainer encounters at all. Maybe Brock has like the 1 trainer encounter he has in the Kanto games as well. But I don't know. I don't think he does. He might. And Blue himself doesn't have anything in gym either other than himself. So there's not going to be a lot of opportunity to gain more levels throughout this episode. So there is a real chance that this decision is going to come back to bite me and kill like 1 or 2 of my Pokemon. At least. That being said, Diglett's Cave also a new area where we can capture Pokemon. So let's see what our encounter for Diglett's Cave is going to be. It's probably going to be a little lower than level 50, and it's a Kadabra, which we already have. I just realized, by the way, that there is no reason that Fork should be leading the party at this moment in time. Let's go for Casper. There is also some more encounters like to the right of Vermilion City, and there's a lot more encounters which I could like grind out in Kanto. I've gone over that before. I don't think I will because I've got plenty of Pokemon to start Gen 3. As a matter of fact, I think I already have too many, so I'm going to skip encounters. Technically, there is another encounter in Diglett's Cave, which is usually is Ductrio. I'm not going to grind out to like get Ductrio, whatever it turns into. Because clearly the Kadabras were the Diglets. So, I'm not gonna... It's just dupes claws, I know, but it's gonna take fucking forever. And do we already have a Ponyta? Apparently we do. When did we get the Ponyta? Okay, I'm going to go for one more encounter here, and if that's another Ponyta or another dupes claws, I'm just gonna, like, leave again. It's a Slowpoke, which we definitely also already have, because that was our very first Pokemon ever in this entire series. Okay, so we apparently are now fighting a Bugcatcher, which is just fine. Level 30, it's cute. It's cute, but... Bye. Just bye. You're dead. That wasn't even super effective. For some reason I thought Butterfree was a Psychic type. It really should be a Psychic type! I don't know why it isn't. I know why it isn't. Probably like to balance out with Beedrill. Otherwise, especially in Gen 1, Butterfree would have been a fairly like overpowered Pokemon for something that you can literally catch in like the 3rd place you ever encounter in your journey. So I understand why it's not a Psychic type, but I always think it is. And there's a lot more Pokemon which I always misremember the typings of. And if I think about it for longer than like a second, obviously I know it's not a Psychic type. What are some other ones that I always misremember? I guess the thing about misremembering is that you can't really like bring those to mind, because if it's that apparent, you probably know what the actual typing is and you won't misremember them. But yeah, I do that quite often. I don't know why I figured this would be a good idea, but you know what, Caterpie's not going to be able to do anything to me. And I thought out, I'm going to go to the Pokemon Center anyway before going into Brock's gym, because I'm not actually insane. But that was a good little warm-up round, right? So now we're in Pewter City, which for the longest time, I mean, at some point somebody once told me that all the cities and towns in Kanto are named after colors. And so Johto, largely, I think, right? You've got Violet, you've got Nuzlocke, but actually no, not necessarily in Johto. But in Kanto for sure, you've got Palatine and the rest is all colours. You've got Violet, Vermilion is a type of yellow, I suppose. I never knew that Pewter is a colour. Like, I think it's a brown tint, right? So there is a gym trainer in this gym. Wow. And you added like an entirely second row of rocks and then like some more rocks so that I am actually forced to fight your trainer. And damn, your gym got upgraded since Gen 1. Like, so much. Not. You still only have one Pokemon. Please tell me it's still like level 5. It's level 37, which is still rather pathetic. And holy crap, it actually randomized into a rock-type Pokemon. I was like, why am I not leading with either my water-type or my grass-type? Because usually this would be randomized. And it is randomized, but it's randomized into another rock-type. So there's no real reason for me to worry here, I'd say. I don't know why I'm looking that way, because my preview there, usually it was sync, but now it's delayed to match with the delay for the camera, right? So that is a lot of damage. So now when I'm looking there, it's like a second and a half behind at exactly 1435 milliseconds because I did some testing for my camera, and that's roughly what I need to have the audio and the video sync. So then naturally, I'd also need the gameplay footage to be delayed that far, because otherwise I'm reacting to stuff that happened like a moment ago, which doesn't sound... Destiny Bond is a real bad move. For me anyway, at this moment, because this is a nuzlocke. Let's not learn Destiny Bond. That seems like a very, very bad idea. So I tested around with that a little bit, and I think this means that I don't necessarily have to go out and get a webcam anytime soon, because I've got this camera, which granted still like running on batteries, so the battery can run out, whereas a webcam, you don't have a battery because it's just power through USB. I think I do have a wall plug power for this camera as well, which I could use, and I probably should, but I don't really have any like outlets to put it in anymore around here. I'd have to like, the cable would have to go all the way across my room, and that would just be like a whole thing, which I don't really feel like doing. So for the time being, I can do this. As of like me recording this tonight, I'm going to do live streaming, and I might like try to do a live stream with this face cam for the first time this way. It might actually work, which would be fantastic. I just like, I'm also thinking about maybe I can try like lighting the green screen behind me a little bit more so that I can keep myself out in other live streams, so that I don't have to have like an entire overlay for the face cam every single time. But I can also just like put a square somewhere on screen where it's not destructive. So, I don't know. So this is gonna be a very easy gym as well. You are a psychic type though, aren't you? No, you're not. You're bug, and you're gonna become bug flying. Yeah. See, another misremembering. For some reason, I think all the bugs are also psychic. I don't know why. Is there even a bug psychic type, like, at all? Dustox. Dustox is psychic. Right? Right? I think so. I have to look this up. I'm not going to look this up. I'm going to focus on this battle, because this is important. We get 2 Pokemon down. Okay. This is anticlimactic, is what this is. Please have a Mewtwo. Please don't have a Mewtwo, by the way. If Blue has a Mewtwo, I'm gonna lose my shit. We're gonna find out potentially this episode, hopefully. I have to make my way through the forest, Viridian Forest? Yeah, Viridian Forest, I think it is. And then all the way down to Cinnabar, which now is like not a town anymore, because apparently everybody kind of died there. I think Tiana's Earthquake, and I think that's the front door opening. So there might be like a cut here if there's a lot of noise. And if not, then there won't be, and I'll just keep on beating your ass. I'm so glad that you don't have Levitate yet, otherwise this would have been an issue without a Psychic type. Also, I ordered a new mouse in the middle of like the whole demonetization crisis, Corona. I was like, you know what I should do now? Order me some stuff. This mouse I have here, can you see it? You can. I've had this mouse for like over a year, and it's very cheap, with like about 10 euros, I want to say. And I've had it for like 2 years, actually. For the past year, of which... Oh, no. Thank God. The scroll wheel has been broken. So I have adapted to not having a scroll. Which is actually not that big of a deal, believe it or not. Even in like Adobe, you don't really need a scroll wheel. You can just like scroll in and out to zoom in and out, but you can also just like use Control plus and minus, and it takes a little while to get used to, but once you get used to it... Why did I go into Deus for this? I wanted to go into Mary. Huh. I guess we're doing an Earthquake. This should be neutral, right? It's weak either way. But I've started to learn to 3D model in Blender, and if you've been in my Discord server, you've seen some of the renders I've made over the past like week that I've been practicing. But in Blender, for certain functionalities, you definitely like do not have any choice but to use the scroll wheel. And since my scroll wheel doesn't work, there's certain things I just cannot do, which is like proportional editing and stuff. To select the area of your edits. How large of an area it'll affect, you need to be able to scroll. I have not found another way, and even if there is another way, it probably would be very inconvenient because it's a functionality that you use fairly often, and you zoom in and out a lot more in Blender than you do in like Premiere or After Effects. Yeah, I'd say you do. So having a proper scroll wheel was going to be important. So I actually finally ordered a new mouse. A little bit more of like a better one. This is literally like a piece of plastic junk, and now I'm buying a slightly more sturdy piece of plastic junk because it's still very, very cheap, but it's like a gaming mouse, and the scroll wheel seemed a lot more sturdy. So, and it's got RGB, so it's literally the best mouse in the world. Is what we're learning here. Oh yeah, that's right. Viridian Forest is just this now, isn't it? There's not even like any grass in it or any trainers in it. This is Viridian Forest has been downgraded to this, which is kind of pathetic. But that means that we are going to try to skip you because we are fairly far into this episode. You're a psychic type. And I do want to get both of the other gyms done today. And I don't think Blaine will be an issue, but I think we'll have quite an issue dealing with Blue. So we're going to try and not like delay that too much because I'm starting to get a little bit scared. Honestly, if Blaine takes a little while longer than I'm expecting and we have to do Blue next episode in like a very short episode where we just do Blue and make our way to Mount Silver, I suppose, but that's like 5 minutes at most. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the universe necessarily for my team. Because I'm starting to get a little bit scared. I really feel like we could be in trouble. If I make any mistakes against an opponent that's 10 to 15 levels higher than me, it's possible to win. It's definitely possible to win because he doesn't have heightened IVs necessarily, and I have fully stacked EVs at this point because this team has been with me for a while. And I've done like actual training rather than just like doing rare candy grinding. So they have EVs, even though they might not be like properly distributed EVs, they have the EVs. They have effort values, which is going to make them stronger. And I have more strategy on my hand than the AI does, so I can like switch around a little bit. I've got a very strong team as far as like type coverages go, so I should be fine, even with a higher level opponent. Unless he has like a problematic legendary Pokemon, in which case I might have a little bit of an issue. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal, all things considered. Still, I'm a little bit scared, because 15 levels still is 15 levels, and it could be nasty. Could be nasty. So, round 1. I feel like I'm going to try and get a Pokemon here, just because, like, it's round 1. It's kind of special. And it's a Victory Bell. I don't know if we have a... I don't think we have anything that can hit you without killing it. I'm not going to waste time on this. I'm sorry. I just said it's special. I kind of forgot the fact that the Pokemon here were going to be like level 2, 3, and 4. Wait. Technically, these tiles are Palatine. I mean... Technically, they're Palatine. I'm just saying. Technically, those are Palatine. Technically, these also are Palatine. And that's a Palatine count. And that's level 34. I can actually hit you. Wow. Let's go into Deus. I'm going to speed. Okay. Route 21. Let's try to avoid as many of these. I already have a Venusaur, so I can't even get the Bulbasaur. Let's try to avoid as many trainers as possible. And let's also try to not run into too many Bulbasaurs because it's just... Mostly because they're annoying and time-consuming. So I don't exactly remember what Cinnabar Island is like in this game. I think it's literally like just a Pokemon Center and then... You're blue, right? Who are you? Well, this is playing a trainer. My name is Blue. I was once a champion for like 5 minutes. Don't give yourself too much credit. Like, you beat the Elite Four and then got beat right away after that. So, were you the champion? Technically, yeah, but not really. So, yeah, you can just, like, shut up. And I'm going to face Blaine. I think I should be able to take on Blue right now if I wanted to. I don't want to. Even if I can just, like, get 1 or 2 levels throughout my entire team, those 1 or 2 levels are going to matter. So, I'm going to face Blaine first. Also, I'm trying to stall for time so that I can make like a very like short episode, next episode, where I just take care of Blue. Because I'm not doing Blue and Red in the same episode. Those are another like 10 to 15 levels apart. I'm doing grinding before I even think about taking on Red. But somewhere around here we should have... That was a new encounter, and that would have been a Chinchou, which would have been kind of neat to have. I think, like, aren't we supposed to Houndour? We already have a Houndour. We're supposed to... No, these are Seafoam Islands, aren't they? This is not Blaine's place. It is! Never mind, he is in the Seafoam Islands. Okay. We did go to the Pokemon Center, didn't we? I forgot. Let's speed through this. He starts with an Octillery, which is level 45. Okay, so he's right about my level. Which means that Blue's going to be actually like such a big issue. We're going to be in trouble against Blue. I can feel it. But honestly, this has been going too well. Today, as of me recording this, last night, the Elite Four episode went up. At the end of Johto. And one of the comments said, you've done well in Johto, let's see if you get as lucky in Kanto. And so far, I have been getting as lucky in Kanto. So, I want to like test that luck a little bit. And as such, I'm going to go into a battle very, very unprepared. Is that a good idea? No. But honestly, I'm trying to like find a limit. I'm trying to push the difficulty to a point. I talked about this before. To a point where it's difficult enough to not be like just a landslide from my part, but not so difficult that I can't win. And maybe going in underprepared to a battle every now and then is a good way to deal with that. Also, that was his entire team. He's got 3 Pokemon. I've got no reason not to go fight Blue now. Thank you, you asshole. Unless your Omastar swaps my entire team at level 50, but that seems very doubtful. Because this is probably... I would say this could probably one-shot you. It didn't. But another one... Oh, you've got a potion. There was no drama there. The actual drama is going to happen right now against Blue for the last gym badge in this game. And that means that unless Blue wipes my entire team, which honestly is a possibility. Hello, who are you? Wait, who are you? I'm sorry? I'm confused. Okay, so let's go back to Viridian City, heal up, and go take on the last gym. Which means that, unless he wipes my entire team, as I was saying, which is a possibility, an unlikely one, but it is a possibility. Next episode is the end of Gen 2. And after we're going to Gen 3, which has a more difficult run prepared for me. So that's gonna be fun. This should be the gym, right? That's the trainer house. That's not the gym. I guess a gym is kind of a trainer house as well, though. So I don't know. Oh, that's that old man. I really hate the fact that that old man is blocking your way, so you have to walk all the way around here for no good reason. And here we go. Blue in a gym full of Legos. For reasons. Reasons that I still don't quite understand. Why did you build your gym out of Legos? It looked plenty good before. But after you took over... Legos? Really? I understand that it's like graphical limitations. You have 6 Pokemon, don't you? You do. Okay, let's focus here for... Oh my god! That's not a good start. That's a really bad start. Fuck. Do I have anything to put you to sleep? I've got Dragon Breath. See, I'm thinking, I'm using my brain, and that's going to probably save me in this. Okay, safeguard. Doesn't matter. I wanted to put you to sleep. I don't want to really put you to sleep anymore because the only thing that potentially has that move, I don't even think Tangela has that move anymore, is weak to flying. So, but Dragon Breath is also super effective against you. I kind of forgot the fact that you're not only weak to ice, even though you're weaker to ice than to dry. Oh my, that doesn't do a lot. Wing attack, how much is that gonna do? I can take a critical hit there if I need to. Do I have potions? I don't know that I have any potions with me. I outspeed you, though. So, I can take another one. I can't take a crit, but I outspeed you. So I should take out a Dragonite here. If you live with 1 HP, you might be able to kill me. You didn't. Okay. First of 6 done. That was a Dragonite. That's probably the most difficult thing he's going to throw at me. Probably. You wouldn't. You're forcing me. Okay. We took out a Dragonite, and now we're facing a literal god. We have to take out a Totodile, which is going to be the most difficult thing we've probably had to do with this entire series. Even this Thunder Punch won't be able to one-shot him. I'm so happy. That made me so happy. That's 2 Pokemon down. Let's go. 3rd. It's a Pinsir. I can take out a Pinsir. No problem at all. That being said, Fox is a little bit down in HP. But a Sacred Fire should be able to take out a Pinsir either way. And I don't think Pinsir will have anything to deal a lot of damage against me necessarily. But I might want to... Let's see what I have as far as potions go. I have plenty of Hyper Potions actually. A Super Potion might have been enough there, but better safe than sorry here. We are facing a gym leader that is significantly higher level than us. Use Harden, that's not going to matter because I'm going to attack you with a special attack. So, let's go for the Sacred Fire because I don't want to take any risks. Maybe Fly would take it out as well. Gust definitely wouldn't at this level range. Sacred Fire should be able to one-shot you at this range, right? Also, Fly I think is a physical move, so Harden would have actually helped him there, and I don't want to give him that satisfaction. That's number 4. That's number 3 then. Now we'll go to number 4, which is a Psyduck, which is going to get the exact same treatment that Totodile did, which is a Thunder Punch to the face and death. And that should not be an issue. You probably have a higher special defense than Totodile did, admittedly. And this is an 8 Pokemon, I think. This is a level 58. I think he only has one level 58 Pokemon, so you might actually survive. It didn't. Okay, that's good. Next up. Wigglytuff. Shouldn't be an issue. I haven't been using Cross Chop as much in battles. I should. And I'm going to. You're also level 58. You've got more than one level 58 Pokemon. Huh. That's potentially not good for me. Let's go Cross Chop just because I need to power, especially since you're level 58 apparently, which is 11 levels higher than I am, I might add. And I'm still... Am I one-shotting you? I'm one-shotting it. I one-shotted it. It's 11 levels higher than I am. And I still managed to one-shot it. I know Tian is a beast. Your last Pokemon is a Yanma. We did it. We beat Blue with a team of Pokemon. under level 50. We beat blue with a team of Pokemon under level 50. I'm going to look up right now what red's levels are. Pokemon Crystal Red. This should run short. Pokemon Trainer Red and Gold, Silver, Crystal. Oh my god, yeah, no, definitely there's no way in hell that I'm doing that. He's got all 3 Kanto starters, usually. Level 77, a Snorlax level 75, an Espeon level 73, and Pikachu's level 81. So, I'm going into that battle probably like level 75 across the board, which is going to mean a shit ton of grinding for me. Which is why I'm going to unlock the way to Mount Silver, so that I can grind there. Because the last badge, we can go there now, because the wild Pokemon of Mount Silver are like level 50 to level 55, I think, which is going to do a lot of good for my level grinding, because those are the highest wild level Pokemon in the game. And I'm going to need that, because we don't have something like the Versus Seeker yet, so I can't not really train against trainers all that well. So we're going to be stuck with wild Pokemon, and those are the highest level wild Pokemon. As a matter of fact, they are about the same level / higher than the Pokemon I have right now on my team. And seeing as how I need to get to about level 75 to stand any sort of chance, we need to talk to Oak or Elm, I think, first. There's way lead to Mount Silver. You need a scary strong Pokemon out there. Let's go talk to Professor Oak first. I think Professor Oak is the person we need to talk to. Do we need to beat Elite 4 again first? I don't think we do. Let's go to Palatown real quick. I'm kind of forgetting what I'm supposed to do here. But I think talking to Professor Oak will allow me to go to Mount Silver. Vlog, it's good of you to come all this way to Kanto. What do you think of the trainers? The kind of pushovers, to be honest. Even that last one wasn't that good. You collected all the badges of the gyms in Kanto. Well done. Right on my assistant. La 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 la. I'll make arrangements so that you can go to Mount Silver. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, so now we can go to Mount Silver. Let's... Indigo Plateau is actually kind of annoying to get through Victoria Road, so let's go through here again. I'm going to abuse the speed button a little bit because we're already having a lengthy episode as is. So let's do this quickly so that I can end of the episode and start grinding for next episode, which is going to be the last in Gen 2, before I have to do another shitload of work so that I can move all my Pokemon over to Gen 3. Route 28. This is going to potentially be like an actual important capture as well. It very much isn't. It's level 40. That's a little bit lower than I thought it would be, honestly. That's potentially not good for me. If that's any indication for like the Pokemon at the base of Mount Silver, which I think technically is a separate area. So it could have a different catch list. But it might not. As a matter of fact, yeah, I don't think it does. Okay, so we are at Mount Silver now. We've got Poliwrath here. We've got Meryl. And we definitely need Flash. Damn it. And you're level 20. Okay, so we definitely want to stay at the outside of Mount Silver. That is Mount Silver, right? Surely it is, yeah. We're going to do a lot of grinding here against Pokemon that maybe on the water there's some good encounters. I'm going to have to figure that out. Like, just by going through here. The encounter rate is not that high underwater though. So, and it's Mareep again. There's a lot of Mareep underwater on different routes. It's like, surprisingly so. Next time we're taking on Red. Until then, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this video. I wasn't going to do that anymore. Also, there's a new like animation which popped up somewhere through this video, which is one of the things I made to practice in Blender. So I hope it looks good. I'll see you back next time. I've been Vlogger. You've been awesome. Bye.